Here we go.
Is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. So glad you stopped by. And if you're brand new, welcome. Grab a seat and stay a while. But hey, give me a couple favors first. Make sure you go down and hit that subscribe button. Then go next door, ring that bell. Make sure it says all so you know when the next video pops up. Hit that like button. And before you head out, drop a comment. And if you're up to over 760 regulars here, welcome back for another round. I ask that you also hit that like button. And before you leave, drop a comment, because as we know, YouTube does love those comments. And of course, share this video out on all social media. Socials, Instagram, and X down below in the description, as well as the link to that Joker Voice merch store. Great way to support the channel. Okay, so this past Saturday, when I went live for a quick review of NXT No Mercy, I talked about how quite a bit of the NXT talent involved were already ready to be a main roster call. Now, as the matches played out, the talent mostly that I thought was going to be ready to join the main roster, they went over, except two. Now, I also mentioned that SmackDown is in desperate need of a shakeup, something to generate some excitement for Friday night. So, might these two individuals be part of the SmackDown solution? Let's discuss this.
This is gonna be good.
Now, of course, the thumbnail for this video gives away one of the talents that I have thought in my head for this, and we'll get to her in just a bit. But I want to talk first about the other one who did not get the win. This was in the main event at No Mercy. Of course, I'm talking about the Ruler, Oba Femi. Now, a quick summary here. So Oba Femi made his official NXT debut in April of 2023 at NXT Spring Break-In. Now, just a few months later at NXT's New Year's Evil, this was in January, Oba defeated Riley Osborne to win the NXT Breakout Star of the Year. It's kind of like their money in the bank. He gets a contract that he can cash in at any time. Well, Oba cashed in the following week, defeating Dragon Lee, claiming the NXT North American Championship, and he would hold that title for a record 273 days. Now, it wasn't long until after that he reached the top, almost a year later, on January 7th, 2025, again, New Year's Evil, where he pinned Crick Williams to become the NXT Champion, a title he held the entire year until just this past Saturday, when he dropped it to Ricky Saints.
That's very impressive.
So, really, when it comes to NXT, there's nothing left for Oba Femi to accomplish. So, this is a logical move for Oba Femi to go on to the main roster. And as I said with SmackDown, there's a vehicle in place that is a prime opportunity for his arrival. So, on a future episode of SmackDown, I can definitely see Oba Femi making his main roster appearance to answer Sami Zayn's United States Championship Open Challenge, and in a convincing, dominant win, Oba Femi becomes the new United States Champion.
It's so badass.
Okay, this is what you've all been waiting for, what you've all been hanging around waiting to talk about, and that is a former women's world champion, the glamorous Blake Monroe. Now, unlike Oba Femi, Blake has no titles on her NXT resume since her debut on NXT TV a few months ago back in June. So her path to the main roster isn't quite as clear, but there is a believable path. Now, first off, I would think that it's going to be maybe a month or two. Blake would qualify for their end of the year premium live event called Deadline, where she would take part in the Iron Survivor match to determine the new number one contender. I don't think Blake would go over in this match, so we would write her off of NXT TV. But then, very shortly after that, she would be seen in Saudi Arabia at the Royal Rumble to become only the second WWE female to win the Rumble in her debut appearance. Then she could challenge for any title she wants. So this would put Blake Monroe in a feature match at WrestleMania 42, and I think challenging Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's Championship.
Oh my God. Yes.
Now, there are some who might say that Blake isn't ready for the main roster, that she needs more time down in NXT. I would disagree with that statement, as her time in AEW as Mariah May, she has already performed in major marquee matches, in major marquee events, on some of the biggest stages in the world.
That is true.
And if you look at her run in AEW and her run so far in NXT, they kind of mirror each other. Allow me to explain. So in AEW, Mariah May gets paired with fan favorite Toni Storm. In NXT, Blake Monroe gets paired with fan favorite Jordan Grace. Now, both these pairs embark on a series of fun little vignettes that add to the storyline, building to what's about to come. Now, in NXT, Blake Monroe turns her back on and betrays Jordan Grace. In AEW, Mariah May turns her back on and betrays Toni Storm. Now, after these betrayals, Mariah May and Blake Monroe are both referred to as the Woman from Hell. Now, in her final AEW match, Toni Storm puts Mariah May through a table, falling into the cover for the 1-2-3 pin victory. Now, if No Mercy is Blake Monroe's last NXT match, it also ends with Jordan Grace putting her through a table, falling into the cover for the 1-2-3 pinfall victory. Eerily similar.
I'm just saying.
But of course, at the end of the day, it comes down to creative. If it's not there, if the storytelling and the booking are subpar, all the talent in the world doesn't matter. So, Paul Levesque, writers, producers for SmackDown, if you decide to bring these individuals to the main roster, you definitely have the tools, you absolutely have the talent.
Don't fuck it up.
But these are just my thoughts. I want to hear what you think down below in the comments. Be sure to tune in tonight, this channel, 6 p.m. Pacific. Me and the guys will be talking about some of this, a whole lot of other stuff, including heading on the road to Crown Jewel. Of course, I'm talking about Wednesday night is overbooked. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, folks. Again, quick reminder before you head out the door, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, hey, thanks for sticking around this long. I appreciate it. And I will see you folks all very soon. Hope you're having a great week. Have a wonderful rest of the week ahead of you. Always have fun. Keep talking. Keep smiling. Until next time.